Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Sweet Art Crafts. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made these galaxy inspired potion bottles. I want to apologize for not having a video for over a month now. I've just been really busy with my shop as well as just feeling a little bit drained, so I took a little break from YouTube, but yeah, I'll make sure to have some more videos this month as well. Before getting into the rest of this video, I just wanted to reiterate the epoxy resin safety. Make sure that you are wearing nitrile gloves and are working in a well ventilated room with the windows open. A garage or a porch is preferable, and also make sure that you are wearing a respiratory mask that uses vapor filters. In this clip here you guys can see I'm putting on my nitrile gloves, and usually nitrile gloves come in this blue color, and the respiratory mask that I use is by the 3M brand and it has vapor filters. The two molds that I'll be using today are my circle potion bottle as well as my star potion bottle. Both of these molds are available on my website, sweetartcrafts.com. I also have a heart potion bottle and a moon potion bottle mold. I will be using these embellishments that I got on Amazon, as well as toothpicks for the first layer of the resin. I'll make sure to have everything linked down below. And the resin that I'll be using today is of course my Art and Glow resin, and I'm just going to be pouring it into a cup, and the resin and the hardener, and then I'm going to be mixing those two together very slowly so that I can make sure that I don't have any bubbles, and then I'm going to let it rest for 5 minutes before I start pouring it into the mold. So now I'm going to start pouring my resin into the molds. I'm just doing a first layer so that I'm able to put the embellishments in, so that is why I'm doing it clear so that you guys can see it. So yeah. Now I'm just taking a toothpick and I'm just cleaning up any debris or any bubbles that I see in the resin, just to make sure it's like as crystal clear as I can get it. So now I'm going to start applying the embellishments into the resin. Basically the little resin that dripped onto the mold, I'm just using that as like an adhesive so that I can easily pick up the embellishments and apply them into the resin in the mold. I'm just placing them where I feel like it would look good. I go back and forth and taking out stuff and putting stuff in, and you'll see the final product of have all of them placed and everything like that. It did take me a while just because I wanted it to look nice with all of the embellishments that I have, but yeah. So I did allow the resin to set for 12 hours before I went on for the second layer, just because I wanted to make sure it was mostly cured so that it was easier for me to do the second layer without anything blending into each other. But here you can see I'm now going to use my Pro Marine resin, and I'm just pouring it into a cup, and I'm going to start mixing that and then setting it aside for 5 minutes before I start adding any color into my resin. Now I'm going to pour the resin into 5 separate cups so that I can do each color separately. And I'm going to be using alcohol inks for 3 of the colors. So you can see I'm going to do purple, and I'm going to do blue, and I'm also going to do a pink with the alcohol inks, and I'm going to also add in some glitter pigments into them as well to give a sparkly effect, just because it's kind of like a galaxy vibe. I added the glitter so it's like kind of like stars. And then the other two colors that I'll be doing is black and white, and for those I used resin dye. I'll make sure to also have those linked down below, because I really do like these two resin dyes that I use, because they make the resin super opaque. I'm going to start off with the black resin, and I'm going to apply it to the outer corners of the mold, and then I'm going to go in with the purple, and then as well as the blue, and then the pink, and then the white last. I'm trying to get like the galaxy effect like I said earlier, so that is why I put it in this order, just because I felt like in this order it looked most like a galaxy, as you can see. And then later on you'll see the colors kind of blend into each other a little bit, so it almost looks all black in some areas, but you'll still see the purple and the blue and everything like that, but it's just more blended into each other, which was the effect that I wanted it to have. So after 24 hours, the pieces are ready to demold, and this is how they turned out. And now I'm going to get on to filling them. The first thing I'm going to start adding into the shaker part are these bezel fillers. These remind me of moon rocks, which is why I picked them up and added them in there. And they also glow in the dark, which is also super cool as well. And then I'm going to start adding in these glitter stars, as well as this bigger moon and star glitter. I feel like you can find these on Etsy. I got them in a package for a mold order that I did a while ago, so but I think you can find these on Etsy easily, or even AliExpress. And then I'm going to add in these pearl star beads as well. These I also got on AliExpress, I believe. If I can find the links for them, I'll add them into the description box. And then I'm going to add in these micro beads. I added in the black color and the iridescent color. I got this at Michael's. Now I'm adding in these pronged stars. I just folded the prong in the back and then placed them into the shaker part. So I just placed all the shaker fillings into some cups, and now I'm going to start tracing the outline of the part that I want to seal off for the shakers. I already have a whole video showing you guys how I make my shaker charms, as well as doming them. So basically I'm just gonna let these clips play, but if you want to check those out, I'll make sure to leave 2 separate iCards for the videos for how I make my shaker pieces as well as doming, like I said. Now I'm going to get into doming the pieces. I'm going to be using Pro-Marine resin for doming as well. I've noticed that I get a more consistent dome with this resin, so that's why I like using this mostly for doming. I do have to do 2 layers of it, but it's been easier than Art and Glow for me just because the edges usually for Art and Glow give me a little bit of an issue, so that is why I switched to Pro-Marine for doming. So after 24 hours of letting the resin cure, this is how the pieces are looking like. So now I'm going to start adding the hardware onto them. You guys can see I already drilled the hole with an electric drill, and now I'm just adding in the eye screws as well as the keychain part using some pliers and this ring plier thing. I forget what it's called. I'll link it down below as well. I couldn't find my other pliers, so I just used this. This is made for keychains and stuff to open up the jump rings and stuff like that, but it can be kind of tedious with the ring a little bit, especially when the jump rings are smaller. So now I'm going to start adding these I don't even know what to call it, like jewelry findings onto the pieces. I got these on AliExpress like a year ago, so I'm not even sure if I can find the exact seller that I got them from, but I'm going to take some jump rings and apply and attach them to the keychain, and then I'm also going to attach my tags with my shop name. Just so you guys know, I do custom orders for these tags. It's just a really nice way of letting customers know where they got their keychains from. So let's say if their friend sees it and says, where did they get it from, they can just have your shop name right there, and it says Sweet Art Crafts, which is always really nice to have, you know, your name on your products. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, and again, I'm sorry I didn't have a video for about a month now. I'm going to have another video next week. I already have started filming it and everything. And yeah, just make sure to comment, subscribe, and like this video and share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.